All, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark. This is Mark's Mods, and today, guys, we're going to be doing our Enterprise D build. So we are going to do stage 56 of Build the Enterprise D, and we are going to be more or less finishing off the top of the saucer section today. I do know we have the decal to put on right at the end of the when we finished all the builds, so that's one of the last stages to do. But yeah, it's going to be interesting today. Now, I have actually made a jig for this now. Just a very simple jig, because when we turn this over, because we're going to start working on the underside, I don't want the top where the bridge deck is to get scratched or anything else like that. So I've just made a very simple jig that's just going to help me with that one. Anyway, let's get started with today's build. So, with all that said, let's get modelling.
Program complete. Enter when ready.
Okay guys, so this is the jig I've made. It just basically means I can lay the saucer section on here. This is just 2 bits of foam, and basically it won't get scratched. So here is our saucer section. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to be fitting the phaser strips that go all around here, and then all around here. So the first one it wants is this one here. This is marked U01, and this is just going to sit in there like so. Now, I'm going to try and do this best I can, because now we've got to flip this over and screw it in. So, I'm going to try and do this and try and put these phaser strips in a little bit blind if I can. Okay, so I want us to screw it in here, here and here. So, as long as you get this correct, you'll be fine. So, that is screwed in with 3 CP screws. So this is the first one going in. We are going into plastic, so I'm not going to over tighten them. That's one there. It's going to be a lot of screws, I think, again today. And that's one there. Okay, so we need the next strip. This is marked UO2. Now, I'm just going to see if I can get this into place, which I can, without having to turn it over. Okay. You can kind of see where the screws are going. You don't want to have any wires in the way, though. It's actually, by my mat, my little jig underneath, it's actually holding it in place, so that's great. If not, you just got to keep flipping this over, and going to be a bit of a pain, but it shouldn't be. So I can more or less feel where this is this comes to an end. So one down here. Now, I did see an absolutely brilliant video a while ago where somebody had actually modified this, and they'd modified it in a way they'd used LEDs and actually managed to get the phaser bank on the saucer section working. That was just amazing to see. So they are going in pretty well, with just me feeling where they need to go. So I'm pretty happy so far how this is going. It is a bit of the blind leading the blind, as they say, because I can't see the other side. But yeah, absolutely fantastic mod they did. And I'd love to do something like that. I'd love for, say, a kit for that to be available. That would be amazing. Okay, so that one is now in. Next we need to work on this side. So this next one is UO6. So quite a lot of these CP screws. I'm not going to count the screws today, I don't think. We'll just get these in. Okay, nearly there. With this one in the middle here. Okay, so the next strip is UO7. Again, that's fitted on beautifully, and the stand is actually, well, I'm going to call it a jig. The jig is doing its job. Which is great. So one here. Once I've done this, I will turn it over and show you. I'm not going to show you the lights yet because we haven't finished plugging in all the plugs for this side. So I'm not going to do that yet. In the next stage, we actually do fit the next circuit board to this. So I will show that then. Right, so we just got one last one, which is UO8. And all these have lined up perfectly. So I'm happy on how this has gone in. We do need to do one thing before I flip it over. We actually have some formation bits to put in. But grabbing the screws beautifully, which is what we want. Okay, this is the last one. I'm a little bit off camera. Okay. So let's just put these formation lenses in. So we need to put, for me, the red one in this side and the green one in this side, and that is because when we flip it over, port is left and starboard is right. Okay, so that's in there. And that's in there. Now what I am going to do is I might put a tiny bit of tape over that so it doesn't fall off. So just a tiny bit of masking tape until that back section is closed in. So again, just a tiny bit of masking tape just on that. That'll just stop them from falling out. Now I can turn this over. So I'm going to go to the overhead, which is a bit big of a camera. Gives you a bit more of a view. But there we have all our phaser strips in place. Pretty impressive. Very impressive. So that is all there's to do on the saucer section. We do have a little bit more work to do though. So I'm just going to put this to one side. And we'll come to the build camera. Now we have been given this. Look at this. This is the underside of our warp nacelle. So I'm going to take this out. Like that noise. Can't help sometimes. Just going to get my mini cushion. So we need this. Did we work on this in the previous? I think we might have got this in the previous. So what it wants us to do. Oh yeah, we did. We put that little section on there. This way around, according to the magazine, it wants us to put this into place just like that. And it wants us to screw that down with 2 GM screws. Now these are quite small. Have we had these before? Yes, we have. It's no way going to fit a PH1. That's better, PH0. No way a PH1 was working on that. Okay. Okay, so that's now in place. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to put the switch in. Now, if you can see, we've got 2 wires on this switch and then a blank one. So, the one with the blank means that it's sent to off. If we were to slide it that way to the one where it's got 2 terminals on, that is on. So it wants us to put it in with the off position facing backwards. So just like that. And then that wants to be screwed in with 2 GM screws. 2 DM screws. These are a bit bigger and they do have a flange on them. So the work on this is really coming along. I am super, super impressed. And it'll be nice when we start working on the underside of the saucer as well. Okay, and that is it. That is it in place. Now, I am tempted, and I probably will do after finish recording, take that switch off and probably paint that ugly kind of black button there, just so it blends in. I'm yet to decide whether I want to put mains power into the nacelles. I'd like it so you could have both. You could have either mains power or battery power. I'm just going to work out how to do it. But that is this stage complete. So yeah, really impressed. Very impressed, to be honest with you. The saucer is looking amazing. We've had this nice chunky piece. Like I said, in the next stage we do get the third PCB board for the saucer, and that is the last PCB board for the saucer. And yeah, happy days ahead. When we do get that next PCB board, I will then be able to test all the lights in the saucer section, making sure everything works. But guys, for now, that is stage 56 complete. Well guys, that's it for our Enterprise D build for this week. Thank you for watching. I have received my next pack now of Enterprise D, so I do have another 4 to be getting on with, even though I've got 2 left of this pack. And then we get on to the next pack. But the pack after that might be coming a little bit earlier because of all the Christmas delays that Fan Home had with Yodel and their ridiculous thing of not being able to pick stuff up and they just overface themselves. But that's a different story for a different day. Anyway guys, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified of any future videos. As for always, stay safe and bye for now.